Welcome to the Effortlessly Abundant Life podcast. I'm Natalia, a certified hypnotherapist and a mindset shifter. Not too long ago, I was a broke, burned out, multi-passionate, single woman to now making six figures effortlessly, marrying the love of my life and attracting what I want by using my unique bridge method. I'm here to help you achieve the results you want in any area of your life by owning your true unique self with less doing, less stress, and definitely less effort. Now let's jump to today's episode in 3, 2, 1. Hello, my gorgeous souls, and welcome to another episode of Effortlessly Abundant Life. Did you guys like my welcome? I'm doing a little bit of singing training here. So today we're going to talk about healing our masculine and how this is crucial if you want to attract a more effortlessly abundant life in any area of your life, because abundance is not just the money, it's everything. And working with high achieving women that are leaders in their fields, if they're are doctors, they're saleswomen, they're business owners, they are leaders, they're alpha women, they are creatives, they are women they want the fullest of the life has to offer, and they're competitive, and they just truly, when they walk into a room, you can really feel and sense their power. And one of the things that I seen comment, and that was including me as well, absolutely, where I see the burnout in such a deep level. I see this not trusting their masculine role in their life, right? If it's their parent, if that is their partner, if that is just in general money as a masculine energy in their life, in the wherever way it shows up in their life, and not being truly able to trust it and lean into that, and how that's actually affecting their health, their physical health, their hormonal imbalance, their relationship, if they're with partner, with their kids, with anybody, and most importantly, their relationship with themselves, and how it is so crucial to actually rethink what masculine is and how we can actually start building this healthy relationship with ourselves and the masculine with ourselves that is actually going to affect all the roles of the masculine in our life. So to preface this, I want you to think about the feminism movement that we've been told, and we've been sold this idea that as women, if we're going to go and work and become these boss babes that are high achieving women, they're wearing suits, they're making decisions, they're building $1 million companies and businesses, and working themselves to the ground is going to make you more valued, more progressive, and leading women to this inspiration that here you are, you can do it all. And what we see years and years of that movement, and what is actually brought up, is we see more women in high levels in companies, working in companies, building businesses, that the more money they make and the more power they gained, and they climb the corporate ladder, and here they are doing all these amazing things, they're actually feeling less fulfilled. They're feeling as a failure as a mother, as a parent. They're feeling they don't have healthy relationships. They're, most of them, not even in a healthy relationship. They're most likely alone. And I see such a deep also disconnect with their body, with their health, with their internal cycle. And it's just leading to so much pain, so much void, so much of that disconnect that I feel as women, we've been lied to. We've been lied to that we are equals to men and we need to compete with men. And this idea of becoming a boss babe is gonna make you feel more fulfilled and more valued as a person. And I am all about giving women the equality of obviously go vote, go do what makes you feel fulfilled. Not every woman should be a housewife or a mother full time or all that things. There's obviously nuances in that, and there's definitely options out there. But what I see as me as a working mother, that the expectations from women are so freaking high from a place of you going to provide, you're going to keep the household, you're going to raise the kids, and you're going to take care of your partner, and you're going to do all these things. And of course, you're burned out. Of course, you are feeling like a failure because you cannot 100% give yourself to everything and anything. And you just feel this constant juggle between all the things. And every day you feel like a ball in that area is dropping and you're failing in this, and the ball's dropping in that area and you're failing in that. And is this constant guilt and feeling like you're running after your own tail that I don't know about you. I'm over it. I am over it. And also, I see this trend on TikTok and just all around of social media where women are retiring their husbands. And it just cringe me so freaking much. Where as women now, we are holding the pants and we are retiring our husbands. And I'm going to explain to you why that is something that I feel is actually doesn't come from a healthy place. And it doesn't come from a place of judgment. And it doesn't come from a place of you should do elsewhere. I just want to bring you my personal story, my personal opinion, and what really helps me to actually recover from a very deep burnout and healing my relationships and actually attracting a relationship where there is a healthy balance and where I allow myself to feel supported and allow myself to receive more in any area of my life and not feel guilty about it and not feel like I need to wear the pants. I need to make constant decisions. I need to always do. Because that is where, again, as I said, as women, we've been lied to because by adding more things to our list and doing all these things, we're not actually doing us a favor. We're actually setting ourselves up for failure. And that is where I just want to kind of scream it from the rooftop to say to you, my beautiful women, my strong, beautiful, amazing, powerful women that are listening to this. Your value is not determined by how much money you make. Your value is not determined about all these external things that society tell you that is going to make you more valued. Your values determine how you perceive yourself and what makes you as an individual happy. And if this looks like to be as growing and homeschooling your children, that is so noble and amazing. And if it feels like you right now you have this deep mission and you want to go out there and put it out to the world and create this multiple billion-dollar business, freaking amazing. But I want to show you a different way where you can do it where you don't need to choose either or. Like for me, I am a person that wants the really sole purpose business and also make money and impact as many people as I can. But also, I want to be a present wife and a present mom. And I feel there is a balance there because I feel till this point, women been kind of like black and white. It's either you're home with the kids raising them and you have nothing to kind of add to the conversation. You don't really have some experience in anything, or it's just like, are you all in your work and your job or your business and you have no personal life or family? I feel like now emerging into those beautiful kind of masculine, feminine, and finding the balance. And it's really finding your balance and what works for you in whatever stage you're in. So, as I said, from this feminist movement that was actually created to make more money from us, because when you think about it, a household would pay taxes only from one income. And now to add more into that, they added women into the workplace, and now they're also paying taxes. So that is great for the government, and also to break the family dynamic, break the family structure, where now the man is no longer the provider and decision maker, the provider, and now the woman is kind of taking the masculine role, and it's creating this tear, this creating this conflict in a lot of in a lot of families. And as I said, now it's all about finding the beautiful balance between them. But we cannot do that if we're not honoring the feminine and the masculine. Now, what is the feminine and masculine? The feminine and masculine energies lives in both the female and the male. And for women that are high achievers, they are competitive, they are wanting more and the most incredible life, they have a lot of that male masculine energy in them. And that was me. That was 100% me. Somebody who valued herself through her achievement, through her hard, endless work, through not trusting money, that is a masculine energy, not trusting the masculine role in her life. So I wouldn't even attract a healthy masculine man because I felt like I need to mother them. I need to do something for them. I need to be their therapist or some kind of way to fix them in order to feel that I am valued as a woman, as me. And that is why I hit the wall constantly until I realize that in any relationship, only one can wear the masculine role. And I want you to think about it. If you are now in a relationship where you feel you're babying and you are mothering and you're constantly almost nagging your partner, that is where you are in your masculine, actually. That is where you are not trusting him for him to do and make the right decisions. You feel like you constantly need to control that. That is the masculine. That is overly masculine energy. And you have to understand in relationship, only one can wear the pants. So it's either you going to wear the pants and you're going to be constantly unhappy, you're going to constantly feel bitter because you're not naturally supposed to wear the pants. You're just not. And it's not like it's a completely 100% all the time, but most of the time, you want to feel you can trust your man to make the decisions for you, that he can support you financially, mentally, physically, that you can be provided for most of the time. And if you feel that you're constantly doing, you're constantly nagging, you're constantly providing, you're constantly making the decisions, you're not allowing him to step into his masculine. And one of the ways that really helped me to really heal that is to realize where is that coming from. And it's always come from our childhood. It's always come from how our father figure in our life when we were children is acted. Was he did something that didn't allow me to trust him? Did he betrayed you? Did he said something and didn't fulfill that promise? Did he leave you? Was he highly toxic and violent? Was there any patterns there that caused you to disconnect from him and realize that he's not a safe role in your life, and you try to provide that for yourself? And that is exactly what happened to me. My dad used to physically and verbally abuse me because he was so depressed and he was so in a wounded place where he felt betrayed himself, where he felt like he was constantly working and in a place that he didn't really want to be. And he took it on me. And I obviously, after all these years of therapy, not therapy, like going to a therapist, but really healing my soul, healing myself, until I truly didn't forgive him. And until I truly didn't understand that as a soul, I chose him. I chose him to be in this way because that is where I actually allowed myself to find the masculine in a more healthy way. When that is something that was not appearing in your life and you're like, I wish I had a different father. Like, no, your soul chose your parents, and your soul chose those parents for a reason, because by experiencing the lack of whatever it is that you needed, you found it in yourself, and you also find the balance with through that. So that is what your soul needed in this lifetime to experience in order to actually fulfill its tikkun, whatever we call in Hebrew, tikkun in Kabbalah. It's your soul purpose in this lifetime. So what you're here to expand, to learn, to actually your evolution as a soul. And when I understood that is nothing personal, that has nothing to do with me, that I choose to forgive him and myself and rebuild the relationship. And it's not like we're best friends, but I'm not holding anger towards him, because if I'm holding anger towards him and I am holding this like, oh, you shouldn't be this way or that way, I'm basically holding the anger and that resentment in myself through all the masculine roles in my life. And I don't want to do it. So it's either you're going to take full responsibility on your life and say, you know what? As a soul, I chose these parents for a reason. I choose to learn from this experience. I choose to take this experience and actually heal my relationship with my parents so I can truly live a life of resentment and anger free. So I can actually, manifest and attract the right people into my life and not from a wounded place. And that is a decision. That is a decision you're going to make. And I know a lot of people that I work with that we do a lot of this soul karmatic healing. They're like, oh my God, I can't believe I chose this parent. I can't believe I chose this dad after everything that he did to me. And that is the very triggering things for a lot of people to realize that as a soul, you chose that. And that is actually a very empowering thing, because then you're like, okay, so why I chose that parent? What was in there that actually allowed me to grow, and why is actually was in my actual benefit, and how I'm going to make lemonade from this and learn from this and bring this healed version of myself to this. And as I said, you don't have to become your parents' best friend. It's not about that. But don't hold that anger. Don't hold that should have and that resentment that is literally eating you alive. So that is the first thing I did, is truly healing that. And just by doing that, the ripple effect was huge. And I started looking men in a different way, because up to that point, I would attract cheating men. I would attract men that need healing, and I was their therapist. I would attract men that were just like not healthy. They were violent. They were in and out. They were just cheating, as I said, and they were just not somebody that I could truly be in my essence. I almost had to wear a mask and not be myself in order to be seen and valued and heard. And when I healed my relationship with my dad, when I understood and I decided that men are not cheaters, men are not bad. Not all men are here sitting there and thinking, how can I mess this person's life just because of one or two or three people that did in your past? You have to understand that you're not a victim of your circumstances. Everything is a mirror of your inner and your internal relationship with yourself. Everything, I don't care what it is. So when you take full responsibility and say, okay, what was about me that attracted this kind of person? You're going to start realizing that you are the one who's holding the power, and you also have the power to change that. So that is exactly what I did. I said, I am choosing to see and attract men that are good hearted center men that have the best intentions for me, that love me for who I am in any way, that I don't need to wear makeup. I don't need to be a certain way to be liked. I can just be me. And knowing that, and start affirming that to yourself, and start seeing more evidence of that. And you're going to start seeing All your friends are getting married. You're going to start seeing on social media all these people having these amazing relationship. And instead of thinking like, oh my God, all these people have all these things and I don't, start seeing this as an evidence of, oh my God, that is actually what I am in the frequency match with. And that is meaning that it's coming closer to me and I'm getting closer to that realization. So after healing my past relationship and deciding and seeing all these evidence of amazing men out there that are available, that are craving a woman that is authentic, that is real, that is her true self, that is where everything changed for me. And the last thing was truly healing my own masculinity. And that is where we talked about the overworking and the over controlling and the feeling like you constantly need to do. It's the very forward energy, right? That's the masculine energy. And realizing in a world that is balanced world, it's all about giving and also receiving. And you cannot receive if you're in the energy of giving constantly. So how you can actually trust more, allow people to support you more. So it actually doesn't come from a place of expecting it from other people. It actually comes from a place of providing this for yourself. So instead of me expecting to be provided for and kind of being a place of I'm waiting and you should do this to me and you should do this to me, like, no, that is not the energy of a healthy feminine energy. A healthy feminine and masculine energy and the balance between that is actually giving this to yourself first. As I said, because everything is a reflection of you and your relationship with yourself. So, for instance, for me, instead of working constantly and attaching my worth and attaching my wealth to how many hours I work and how much sacrifice I put in, it's actually saying no. I feel I need to provide myself actually an easy, relaxed morning and now just jump out of bed and start answering emails and just go to meeting after meeting after meeting, but really honoring my cycle, let's say, if I'm in a certain cycle in my monthly cycle, or I just don't feel as outgoing, just give me myself the permission to relax, to take a nap if I need, to take it easier that day and not attach my doing to my results that I'm receiving in life. If that makes sense. Also, let's say providing in terms of, I feel like in this morning that when I woke up, instead of going and doing for all these things for other people, provide myself with a healthy morning smoothie. Like I feel like my body needs nourishment, it needs the vitamins, it needs the all the minerals and vitamins that it needs to start their day. Or I feel like I need to balance my energy. I feel like my energy is all over the place and I'm like somebody can just say something and I can snap on them. No, instead of that, I choosing to provide myself with meditation, with listening, with journaling, with walking with myself and my thoughts, and just allow myself and give myself the space of just be and whatever that looks like. Okay. So, really take the time to understand that when you take full responsibility and you provide yourself with the security, you provide yourself with the everything that you need, everything becomes an extra energy. So when you start to provide yourself with everything that you need, and it doesn't come from a place of independence, it's a very fine nuance. I can already hear somebody thinking, but wait, how allowing somebody to support me if I'm always providing for myself? Well, that's a great question. It's, as I said, everything is a reflection. So if you see somebody, if you see a woman that is truly in her healthy feminine energy and healthy, and she found the balance between the masculine and feminine, and she is not an independent from a place, I don't need that from you. I am in the energy, I am giving myself what I need, but it's from a place of open and trusting place of you amplify that to me. because I'm attracting people that I'm not doing from a place of I'm not trusting somebody to do it for me, that therefore I need to do it. I'm doing from the energy of because I'm trusting and because I love myself so much and because I love the people around me, because I am in this love energy, I am going to give myself exactly what I need. And I'm just going to start attracting people that want to provide me even more. So if you feel you need to constantly work to get whatever it is that you want, or you need to sacrifice your health, your time, doing the things you love in order to get something, I invite you to look at it from a place of source God, that is both the masculine and feminine. It's not one of either, but it wants to provide for you. It really does. Nothing is in the stars or in the skies or in some book where it says there's conditioned or you need to be a certain way or you need to really, really, really work hard to get something. Like nobody said that. It's us thinking there are conditions. They're us that think that we need to be a certain way to receive something. And when we understand that if I'm constantly in that push energy and I'm not opening my hand and actually receiving, I'm not allowing this beautiful energy of all my labor and all the hard work that I put in to actually to come back to me, to be reflected to me. So allow yourself to relax more. Allow yourself to decide to be delightfully surprised and provided for, and just allow the universe to just show up and decide that you don't want to do this alone, that you want to be provided for and you allow yourself to be supported. Just decide and see what will happen. See how everything will start to kind of shift and move towards everything that you want. And when I start to allow myself to be supported in my relationship and not just say, I got this, I got this, I got this, I'm going to make the decision, I'm going to make the decision, it just allowed me to and be even more in love with my partner because I'm in love with myself, because I feel like I'm not constantly overworking myself and I can allow myself to feel held and safe. And it only can happen if you allow yourself and you heal that part of yourself and you start to give yourself all the things that you need in order to have that being reflected to you through all different aspects of your life. So I hope that resonate with you, and I hope you understand that this whole notion of an idea of being a boss babe and hustling yourself to get the achievements and results that you think you will make you more happy, it's not it's not your nature. And you as a soul chose to be a woman, and you chose to actually be in the creation energy and embody that receiving even more in your life. And that is so healing, and it's so, I feel as a society, as women, we crave that. We crave to be held. We crave to be given. We crave to be supported. And it's something that I'm very deeply passionate about. And I hope that inspired you to start your journey. And if you feel called to, go ahead and book a call with me, one-on-one, a single session where we can really dive into where you're feeling imbalanced, where you feel you start trusting your masculine, start healing your relationship with yourself and others. So you can start actually attracting from the word attract and not just chase all the things you ever wanted, because it's not about being the bee. It's about being the flower, and you're the beautiful and the most gorgeous flower, and you deserve everything to come to you in the most amazing, amazing, amazing way. So if you guys like that, go ahead and rate and post on your social media and absolutely tag me at Effortlessly Abundant Life so I can give you a free gift. And with that, my loves, have a beautiful rest of your day wherever you're listening, and I'll see you in our next episode.